I'm Vince. I'm from Mint. Thank you for the kind introduction. That gets us right into the slides. Mint is big. I like to say if we were a bank, we'd be too big to fail, literally. But we see billions of transactions happening every year. And how do people make decisions in general in life? How do they think about not just money, but all the decisions they make? What we find is that people tend to plan big for the future, and then they fail to really make the optimal choices at decision time. The slides might have frozen, or 15 seconds is just a lot longer than I thought it was. Either way, what can happen is your emotional brain... Okay. Okay, so you get it. You plan to do big things. I'm going to budget my coffee expense so I can buy that BMW, or I'm going to buy the little BMW now so I can buy the big BMW later, as might be more appropriate with this audience. Or Tesla, sorry, not BMW. So what happens is that our emotional brain really wants to max out the credit card, order dessert, smoke a cigarette, do all that fun stuff, and our logic brain says, hey, we should save for retirement. We should, go for a jog. We should exercise, go to the gym, quit smoking. And so it's Homer Simpson versus Spock. And as you guys know, Homer Simpson usually wins. I found out about the Jumpstart Coalition because I thought it might be different when it comes to money, and I found out that half the kids exiting college, they failed a simple financial literacy survey. So I gave the survey to a bunch of Mint users who were really successful with their money, and a bunch of Mint users who weren't. And what I found out, thanks to our friend Statwing here, no difference in how many fees they got or all the big mistakes they were making with their money, even though they were in the same financial position. So I kind of freaked out like Homer here, and I had some donuts, and I had a few more beers, and I thought, what would we do with Mint? Well, we'll just use behavioral economics and behavioral psychology to help our users make better decisions about their money. So let's take a simple example using one weird trick. It's probably something you're already doing, and I'll show you how we exploited this to get about a third more users back into our product. You're already sending your users an email, especially probably when they sign up. I sent them an extra email when they didn't actually add a bank to Mint, which is really important to using Mint, and found a 32% gain from one extra email in terms of users that engage with the product using some behavioral economics techniques. Now, I had another hypothesis that users might actually do this same thing depending on their promotion or prevention focus, and that's something I'd like you guys to take away with today and maybe bring back into your products. A promotion-focused individual is somebody like the sales guy or the growth hacker who sees these goals and wants to go after them. A prevention-focused person is more like a QA person or that engineering guy who won't let you sneak that extra story into the next sprint. So what it told me was, hey, there are cat people and there are dog people, right? But I thought that when it came to Mint and your money, users would be more likely to take this what I call a prevention focus. That was my hypothesis. And they tested this with soccer players, and when they found prevention-focused soccer players and they said, look, just don't miss more than 2, and they told the promotion-focused ones, you gotta hit at least 3, they actually improved their penalty shots by 20%, or 1 extra goal out of 5. So in this case, when we said don't miss a transaction, you've got to update your Mint account today versus getting your full financial picture, we saw a 3-to-1 increase just in that subject line alone. And that helped me get more users engaged with Mint on a regular basis. We send this out monthly in some cases. Another case, this rainy image, I know it's a little hard to see. There's a child in the rain, cold, having an emergency, versus this image of laying on a beach and being on vacation. Again, about a 20% increase in the emergency image. We also use this to make money with our partners, of course. People love free stuff. They love the idea of having a social impact or helping keep Mint free. And then, of course, they don't want to lose Mint. People are very averse to loss. What are we up against in Mint? Well, the enemy could even be a 401k company. They love to take over your money, and people love to let them do that. Everybody's going to hop on the bandwagon at work. It's actually a default to get your 401k. And so as you start to think about applying this to your products, one of my favorite little tools to use is something called mental notes. And you can pick those up at getmentalnotes.com, and I'm not affiliated with them. But we use this in sort of a Mad Libs kind of way when we're doing product design. So how can we use peak end rule to get to our goal. And then using the tools you're already using, like MailChimp or Optimizely and Google Analytics and Mixpanel, you start to gear up some tests. If you don't have a lot of traffic, sometimes we actually use Mechanical Turk to test out value propositions and other text with users, and we find that it correlates directly to how it's going to impact the product, even though we might pay 50 cents or $1 per transaction on Mechanical Turk. Finally, you're going to fail. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm here to help you. What we found is a great classic example of a well-known health company that tried 30 experiments. Only one experiment succeeded, but it made them $50 million. So take some big swings, prepare to fail, and let me know how I can help. Thanks for letting me talk to you guys today. Appreciate it.